morning, everyone. We wanted to take you guys through the creative process. Some of you may be experiencing some difficulty in where you're at with what you're doing, business. Um, you're still good. Our businesses, our lifestyles may be being affected right now. Depending on where you're at around the world, there's different things that are going on, and there may be some difficulties economically. There may be some difficulties financially. Sorry, guys. There may be some difficulties spiritually. There may be some difficulties. If there's any kind of difficulty or negativity, we want to bring your mind to order. And because we understand that heaven's first law is order of the mind, and getting ourselves on track, okay? And staying on track. No matter where you're at with what you're doing, we want to stay on track. And we wanted to give you this information, touch lightly on it, and give you guys some value throughout your day. And we wanted to start off with the creative process, right? So it's an old saying that order is heaven's first law. And like many old sayings, it continues much deeper philosophy and appears immediately on the surface, right? So what would that first law be, Em?
That first law is going to be order.
Yep. So those of you that are jumping on and you might be wondering what we do, we're I Mastermind, and what we do is we teach people how to bring order to their life and originate or create or build upon whatever they're doing, and ultimately achieve the goals, the desires, the wants, and get you on track to a prosperous life. Wherever you're at with whatever you're doing, we work with individuals and we help them personally, financially, business, and we take them to the next level. We are in the personal development field, and what we do is we help you teach you how to master your mind, ultimately master your reality, and get the results that you so desire. And in doing that, we have programs, we have coaching, we have consulting, we work with businesses as well. Me and a couple of other individuals that are within the company, we own businesses. We run multi-million dollar a month companies. So we are in the personal development field, and we like to originate and create new companies, new businesses, and expand our level of awareness and continually grow. And we've made this a permanent behavior of our own. And the reason we do this is because we want to just continue growing fulfillment. A lot of you may not be fulfilled. We are fulfilled in what we're doing because we are fulfilling the creative faculty. I was having a call with an individual yesterday, and she's around the world. She's in Belgium, and she's a creator as well, and she likes to create music. And she's very intuitive, very creative, and she uses this faculty of the mind every day, all day long. So she's always manifesting and creating new things, and her music is played around the world. How does that happen? Why does that happen? Why do we meet people that are also very successful, make lots of money, and yet they're not happy, and they're searching for something? And I believe that the one thing that brings us all together in humanity and brings everyone together in one proportion, one degree, and that's growth. That's the personal necessity, our purpose driven life, and that's what's missing. A lot of times, that's the thing that we're looking for, we're striving for. We look for it in relationships. We look for it into our personal, our financial, our business lives. We look for it in business creation. We're always looking for something. What is that? And I want to narrow that down. And I want to narrow that down to we're always seeking our purpose, our why. Now, that is the fundamentals to the law of creation. That's a fundamental to who and what we are. If I want everyone to think, whether you're on this call live or you're listening to later on, you're on it because you were meant to be on it and listen. Who are you? Why are you here? What are you here for? when you start to research and look from within and start to understand why I'm here, who am I? I'm not my name. I'm not my body. I came into a body. I'm a spirit. I came into form through a body, and I'm an expression of what? Are you living the expression of a character that you were born into? An environment you were born into? Are you living the expression of an identity that was given to you because wherever spirit came in and originated, took form, it came into a body? And are you living the lifeline of that character and that identity that was given to you? My belief systems, my culture, my environment, my nationality, whatever area you were born into, whatever behaviors they gave you. Are you living the lifeline of a character? Or are you living through spirit and purpose? This is the one dominating thing that brings all men together. If we really understand the truth of things, then what we're looking for is the expression of something divine that always starts from within. Right?
Yes.
So I wanted to bring everybody's mind to order, wherever you're at around the world. The divine is an expression seeking from within to and through you. It's your starting point. A lot of times we start off in a world by design without understanding that we missed the starting point. We missed our why, and there's no expression of the why, and this is the reason we lost the creative force. The creative force is that divine that is seeking expression throughout to and you, and this is the reason when you become inspired. This is the reason you have desire and want. When you're living a life that's not really fulfilled in desire, you're not using your creative faculties, and therefore you're not being fulfilled in life. And this is what you're searching for. I wanted to get on here and we want to discuss that because it is very important in times of change, in times of any change, in times of growth, in times of freedom, in times of an evolution of consciousness. We're always seeking expression of a divine force that's trying to evolve. What are we going to do with that, and what are you going to do with what you have, with where you're at right now? This is the true divine question. And I want to bring everybody's mind to order, and let's start with why. Let's start with why. Start working on yourself and start asking, who am I? Am I my character? Have I been living the lifeline of the character? And let's start looking from within, and let's get things into a better order. Getting things into better order is the great secret of progression. And we are now able to fly through the air, not because the laws of nature have altered, but because we have learned to arrange these things in the right order to produce the results we desire. You see, if you're going through life with the expression of somebody's ideas, somebody's opinions, you're really not living your divine reasoning, your why. So you want to get things in the right order. And when you start getting things in the right orders, when your starting point becomes my purpose, why I'm here, and you start living your purpose, man, things just start clicking for you. They start moving, and they start just moving into form, and it moves much easier. But this is not happening by accident. It's because you're working with the law in the right order. Right? The things themselves had existed from the beginning of the world. But what was wanting was the introduction of the personal factor, which by an intelligent perception of possibilities contained in the laws of nature. They're in the laws of nature. It was the personal factor that we were looking for. Now, if we're going to use the personal factor and we're going to start to work in our purpose, within our purpose, through our purpose, we need to start to use the creative faculties. Right? How can we start using this creative faculties? How can we figure out who we are?
Well, for one, you need to start asking yourself, what is it that you want? If you don't know what you want, then you don't have any direction. You don't know where you're going. So if you first start with what is it that you want, and you really get down to it, to your desires, to everything that you really want, you start to understand what is you, what is the paradigms, and how to separate
What is
them.
the programming? Now, we're going into quite a bit of information, but we want to give you a lot of the fundamentals and the basics. You're going to start to understand, I'm not the character, I'm not the identity, I'm not any of the things that I came into, because if you're spirit, you're none of those things. Spirit is perfect. But the character says, well, I'm not this, I'm not that, I don't have this, I don't have that. It's all the things that you're not, right? Well, you weren't that. You were spirit, so you're perfect. You can redesign that. That's what we're getting at. But we start off with the creative faculties. Let's start off with want. What do I want? You need to start asking yourself, what do I want? What do I want to experience?
Where do you want to go?
Very important. Where do I want to go? If you're not asking yourself these questions, there's nobody guiding you. You're not guiding yourself. You're becoming the plaything of everything around you because you haven't started from the inside. You see, we were raised, and it's not your fault. I've done it. I did it in the past for many years. I did it because I wasn't understanding of the laws, and I wasn't operating with divine law. I didn't understand it. When I started to understand this, I started to seek from within and started asking myself, what do I want? What do I want to experience? What do I want it to look like? And then I started from there. Then I was working with the laws, and I was operating within the laws and through the laws, and things started to just happen. Things just started to click for me, and I didn't understand why at the time. I didn't understand why I was getting all these great things. Things were happening, money, wealth. I mean, it was just an influx of just great things coming. I was like, my God, what happened? And for years, I went back and I was trying to research because I wanted to help people. I really, really wanted to help people, and I was trying to figure out different systems, different ways to do things, create different business. I was throwing money at people, and it wasn't working. And I didn't understand why. I was doing it, but why couldn't they do it? I tell them what to do, and they wouldn't do it. And I didn't understand why. First business, a couple of years later, every month I was doing $300,000-$400,000 a month. Why was that happening? Why couldn't I get them to do it? I didn't understand. And within a year's time, I'm doing over 2-3 million. Now I'm doing more than that in a month. Why are these things happening? Well, it's not happening by accident. It's because I was operating and doing things in a certain way. We want to understand, what is that certain way? Wallace said, doing things in a certain way. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Right? We want to start with the creative process by starting with our wants, our desires, and understanding, is our desire a part of the belief system? Is it what I want? Is it a part of what somebody told me I could or couldn't do? Where do I want to go? What do I want to experience? Who do I need to be to receive the thing that I want? Another most important thing, because if we want to become, or let's say we want to have $1 million and we want that million, simply wanting $1 million is not going to do it, because you have to be in alignment. Your behavior and belief both have to be in alignment. When we start understanding that belief and behavior are always in alignment, it's a composite of the whole. That's why you're at where you're at right now. Each and every one of us is a level of awareness, and we're at where we're at with our level of awareness, and our beliefs are always in alignment with the behavior. No matter which way you look at it, it works. We're perfect. Now, if we want to create a different belief, to have a different behavior, to have a different result and a different reality, we need to start working on the beliefs. Start by designing as many wants as you can. Go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages and break those wants down. Break them all down. Once you have derived all the wants that you could execute within your own mind with your level of awareness, break them down and start separating them. Are these results? Where's my cause? Are these results? Where's my cause? Now you're working with the divine force. When you start to search for the cause, and is the cause something I want to do, and how am I going to do it? How am I going to fulfill that? Because you cannot get something for nothing. You've got to give to receive. So that means services rendered. What are you doing to all these products of matter? We'll call it the mechanism. The mechanism is going to be results. It's going to be the material things. Those are a result of a cause. Majority of us are chasing the results. That's why we never get it. You need to work within and go for the cause. The results will take care of themselves.
Yes, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about this morning in our master classes. We were going over decision. See, one of the really big things is that whenever you make the decision and you do have that goal set and you do decide upon it, guess what? Now you have definiteness of purpose. Now you're going to start moving in a direction. And because you made that decision, the people, the places, and the things will start to come to you. And you won't understand how, but it will. And I'm pretty sure that some of you have used this before, maybe as children. Maybe whenever you really wanted a certain toy for Christmas, and you don't know how, but you got the exact toy. Maybe you didn't tell your parents, but you really held the image of the thing that you wanted. It's because you made a decision. What is it that you want? You
had an image.
emotionized with the image. Okay? This is imagination, creativity. This is one of the higher faculties. So you made a decision, you had an image, you held it. This is persistence.
You got emotionally involved with it.
And that's why you received the thing that you wanted. It's because you were using these higher faculties as a child, but you just didn't realize that this is what you were doing. And these higher faculties, we were never taught how to use. So we don't even know how to do it.
Or consciously apply them. I didn't understand. I was shifting so quickly, and I was like, man, things are just happening. What's happening? What's going on? I could go anywhere and I attracted money. I couldn't get other people to do it. I was trying to help people do it, and I couldn't get them to do it. I was like, why won't they get it? How come they can't do it? I'll go anywhere, and I would just attract it. It's because I was doing things in a certain way. I didn't understand at the time. There's several laws of operations of laws that are operating here, and they're just falling into place, but they're falling into place because we started from the right starting point. We started from the very root of the cause, which is purpose, which is derived purpose, and tied to the definite end of generating income, tied to the definite end of money. Everybody trades their time no matter what you're doing. And if it's not connected to your desire and purpose, you're going to go trade your time for another job and spend 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, regardless, doing the thing you don't want to do, living the life that you don't want to live, and continue to do the same thing over and over again, wishing for different results. It's not going to happen.
And one of the really big things that why people do this, I'm going to go back to the paradigm that we talked about just a few seconds ago. See, we were programmed from the age 0 to 7. And this program, our beliefs, this is what we react and go off of every single day. It's like autopilot. So if we're not being aware, and if we don't understand that we have these pre-programmed beliefs and that we're just on autopilot majority of the day, then we're not creating. We're going to let daily trivia, circumstances, and everything else around us dictate what we're going to do throughout the day and ultimately dictate our lives.
And it will control your whole life. It will. You become the plaything of everything around you. Not because you couldn't do something about it, it's because you wouldn't do something about it.
And most of the time, you aren't aware of it. It's that saying, how can you break out of a prison that you don't even know you're in? So you need to be more aware of what you're doing every day. One of the really big things that we do is we have a daily planner. We set up our goals. We know what we're going to do throughout the day, and we know what we want to accomplish. Now, this is a way that you can track what you're doing throughout the day to see, am I being productive? Am I being consciously aware of what I'm doing daily? And this will really help you stay on track.
Am I taking the actions? Am I giving myself a command and doing it? Can you tell the body right now to get up, sit down, and be quiet and listen to this? Can you tell your body, okay, I want to attract this and I want to go in this. Can you give yourself a command and go walk and do it? You're going to start to find out fear is going to hit you and you say, oh, well, and you're going to start making excuses for yourself or making excuses for the reason why you can't go do it.
And not even just that, those things will just pop up. Maybe you get like a flat tire. Maybe something happens. Some kind of circumstance happens towards the effect of you not being able to do that thing.
And I want you to understand that's normal. It happens to everyone. I hear it all the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. They were all there. You were not open to them. You're not open. It was fear, doubt, and worry. That's what it was. It was fear, doubt. I don't have. You will continue not having because that's the program. You will continue not producing because that's what you're programmed to do. That's what we have to understand. I had to step out of the unknown and step into the unknown and move into the unknown. And before long, I was creating the unknown a reality. There's many things that I've done. We're on this video. You're on this video right now. There's companies that have been created, and there's things that I've done that brought us to this very moment because something inside of me changed. It wasn't outside of me. Those are all results. The result of a manifestation of a desire that grew from within.
And it all started with a decision to change, a decision to have a better life, to want a better life, to grow, okay? If you don't make that decision, then you're not going to move. You're not going to start taking the action steps.
Yep.
See, one of the big problems today is that we don't know how to make decisions. Most of our life, other people have been making decisions for us. Our parents, our family, schools, education, we've never really been taught how to make a decision. But once you do have that definiteness of purpose, like he did, he decided, he made a decision that he didn't want to live that way anymore, that he can do more. And because he made that decision, everything started to change.
And it started to take form from it. It started to take form from it. What was it? It was from within. It was the purpose.
It was the
My
desire.
why? Desire. I wanted to be somebody. I knew I was somebody, and there was something inside of me that kept saying, I can, I will, I am. That's what you need to look for. This is the reason I want to bring all your collective knowledge, all your thought form, and bring order to your mind. It all starts from within, and the starting point is your purpose and your why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? There are unseen causes, unseen forces that are always moving, and they're always in perfect alignment with what you're thinking. That's very important. If you didn't get it, keep rewinding it, keep listening. Everything is moving into form and out of form, into form and out of form, and it never ends. It never ends. Because we are always the world of our own thought form, and the thing that surrounds it is a product of where it came from. So the more we come to understand the laws of who and what we are, the more we understand the relation between the cause and the effect. The essential, the inessential. The inessential is all the results. The essential is your thoughts. When you can combine your thought, your essential, your cause, your why, and the direct, definite end of the experience, now you have it. You direct cause with value. Cause is the value and direct it in to trading it for revenue and money. And you create a system, an operating system. Energy will start to move into form. When I say I'm going here and I decide, and it's a permanent decision, definite decision, I start moving in that direction. The people, the places, the plots will align with me. Why? Because thought is movement.
One of the really big decision or things that he said was that he made the decision. See, because he made that decision, now he's thinking about it. Now he's in harmony. Before he didn't make that decision, he didn't even see it as a possibility. Because he didn't see it as a possibility, he didn't see the opportunity that was always there. That's very important. The opportunity is always there. It's always there. But if you're not open to receiving it or receiving that information, then you're not gonna
come.
Yes.
You got to channel your energy. You have to give to receive. So you're gonna start using your imagination. What do I want? When you do that, now that's the giving. Now you're putting the laws in the right direction. What do I want? How do I want to build this? How do I want to create this? Now you're working with the laws, because when you start giving, you're going to give that force, energy, forward movement. You're going to start acting. You're giving energy, and then it will reciprocate. It will come back in like form. So understanding these laws and putting them in the right order is the keys to success. It's the keys to the art of gold creation. We have master classes. What I want to do is I want to invite you to jump on our master classes. We're going to put this up. We're going to put the link to it. We want you to jump on our master classes. We do this every day, every morning, and we have programs as well. If you're ready to hit go and ready to create a new blueprint, create a new model, a new design, and learn the laws of success, that's the keys to the kingdom. That's what we teach. That's what we position in everything we do, because I know that you're not going to change until you have a foundation. You're not going to change. You're not going to change how you operate, because that's what you were programmed to do. And if and when you're ready, we're here. You're ready to jump on master classes to get you started, to get you moving in the right direction, start seeing what we do, how we do things. We do this every day, Monday through Friday. Get involved. You cannot change the existing reality with the same form of thought that created it. You're going to just keep creating the same thing. You can move from here to China, to Arizona, to Canada, to Florence. Do whatever you want. nothing's going to change because it's the thought form that's taking form from it. You're just moving positions, you're just moving people, places, plots, circumstances with the same thought form. You're going to create from that same level of awareness, and you're going to get more or less the same results. If you want permanent results, if you want to double or triple your income, quadruple your income, 10 times your income, it doesn't just happen. It happens by doing things in a certain way, and we can teach you how to do that. This is what I've done. This is what we do. This is what we teach. You're interested? Get on a call, shoot us a message, and we'll be happy to take you along the way and show you the limitless possibilities that are in advance, and they're here for you. They were always there. You have to be there.
You have to be open and willing to receive it.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. I hope this serves you and this gets you on track for your day. I will give you a little bit of insight on the creative process and how to start to apply it. A lot of laws there, and it's a lot of information, and we can't cover that in one setting. This is a process. The programs are a process. We have 6-month, 12-month programs. It's a process system to help you through the process of the growth and the reprogramming of the subconscious mind. We are happy to give this to you. Really want to give you as much value as possible and get you stepping in the right direction. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow.
All right, y'all have a great day.